What's up, y'all? This is your boy Shatek, the producer. We here on Conversations on Film, and we're gonna call this one Ladies Night Part 2, 3,
10.
10. All right, it's Ladies Night Part 10. All right, so look,
The V with the V.
you know we got Jada G in the building,
Hey, all my boos and babes and everybody. What's up? It's your girl. I'm here. Let's go.
and we got Pick Me Lady Jazz in the building.
Yes. Pick me.
All right.
Not a pick-me.
Shout out to Lady Jazz. We got a show called Pick Me Lady Jazz. There's a bunch of clips of her opinions and things of that sort. Please check that out on YouTube, on Instagram, you know. So look, we're going to talk about a few things this evening. Oh, matter of fact, Jazz just had a birthday.
Yes. Pisces season.
Yes. Pisces, we love that.
Yeah.
Now, I can't vouch for you February Pisces, but the March, we the best.
Okay, all right.
So how was your birthday?
It was good. We had dinner. It was like a weekend of just fun.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. It was low-key settings, a lot of alcohol.
Oh, well, it was a good time when you have that. Throw that in the mix.
Stop looking at the monitor.
I am.
I did too. I did too, which is why I started looking at her.
I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard.
I enjoyed myself.
You enjoyed yourself. That's good. That's good.
It's hard being on camera.
It's great being 30 again. And for those of you that really know me, I can identify as 30 as many times as I want.
How many times you turned 30?
Enough. It's over 5.
Wow.
Almost 10.
Well, you gotta be careful with Shy. He likes the age shame.
No, I don't like the age shame. I just like to make sure you know who you are.
Nigga,
I am 30 now for the 30-something time. Thank you. My therapist said that was my good year.
So look, speaking of ages, right? So we have Drea Michelle and her young tenderoni baby father, the same age as her son, right? She's pregnant with basketball player. What's his name?
Jalen.
What's his name?
Green.
I don't know whatever. I don't watch basketball.
I'm gonna need you to study this before you give us topics.
The boy.
The boy. He's the boy. He's a young man. Young man. She's having the young man's baby, right? And he's 22 years old, and her son is 21 years old. What are y'all thoughts about her having a kid's kid?
It's your birthday. I'll let you go first. It's your birthday.
Okay, so first of all, although I do like Drea, I feel like her elevator goes to the top floor, but there's nobody up there. She doesn't give me the brightest crayon in the box. And then I saw an interview where she was like, she's not traditional. It doesn't matter. Because, baby, I'm not running behind no 21-year-olds. And I'm damn near 40. Like, it's not happening at all. So if she wants the headache and the stress, or maybe she just wants the child support and the secure the bag, I don't know. But either way, it's a no for me. Because I feel like you're too old to not want the family structure after you've gone through that twice already and you didn't have that, right? Like, what kind of disservice are you now doing this child in your 40s that you don't have family structure? And he's 21. What kind of structure do you expect him to have? You're basically with your son. It's weird to me. I don't know, but then again, I've been with people a lot older than I am, so I can't be a hypocrite.
But a lot older, like how much older? Like how many years?
15.
15 years?
Oh wow, he could have been your
I
dad.
didn't know the person. I didn't know the person's age when we first started out or whatever. They lied.
Right.
But once I found out their age, it was like, for a minute it was cringy, and then it was kind of like, well, we're here already.
Right. So we usually hear that with men, right? Dating younger women. But what about the older woman dating that young boy? Like he hasn't even the term been around the block.
No. Oh, he's definitely been around the block. He's an athlete.
20, but he's
an athlete.
But he's 21. That don't mean nothing.
He's an athlete.
That's still new.
So what do you mean?
He don't even know how to probably do his taxes right.
What do you mean? No, he has an accountant.
No,
he has an accountant for that. So, okay. My real question is, this is a serious question. This is the only question I want to know.
Okay.
do she call him daddy when they're in the bed? Because
Or he call her mama.
like you can't never be, or do she be like, yo, son, you can't, like, it just takes on too many different meanings. That's my only real question I want to know. Like,
or it's just like
that's wild. Like, tell daddy you love it. I can't. You could never be my daddy in that sense.
I mean,
but all right. So here's my take on it. I'm not gonna go hard and condemn her.
Why not?
I'm about to tell you why, dude. Gee. I'm not gonna go hard only because when we look at it in terms of age-wise, is he legal? He is. This is my problem with her. You have a son the same age as him. Would you want your son to bring home a woman who is 39, 2 children, multiple relationships in? You would not. That's not the typical ideal lifestyle that we want for our children. Now, if that's what you do, I can't stop you, but we wouldn't want that for you. So why would I want to go give that to someone else's kid? Like, I don't know, but what I got from that same video that I seen, shout out to the Shade Room because they did the interview with her. I got that you're securing a bag, and I agree with you, Jazz. You are at an age where you should want the traditional life. That is an ideology for a young woman who doesn't really understand the dynamics of what a family looks like. And so maybe she's making that assumption based off where she is in her life right now. But the idea of promoting that publicly, that you want a child and I want a child, so we just gonna have a child. Like, what? We're not building families anymore. We're not about having a family life, a home structure. No, you were about securing the bag. That's what I took from it. And, I know that boy's mother, maybe she ain't going to come out and say it, but I know that she can't, not that she's not happy about her grandchild, but I'm pretty sure this is not how she envisioned the life for her 22-year-old successful young child.
And then I think we can also get into the conversation of being groomed. Because being groomed is a real thing, right?
It is.
When you date older and you're that young, you for me, it was a question as soon as I heard it of, did she groom him? Or is she trying to groom him? Because again, like I said, I don't think intellectually she's of a certain standard or a certain caliber. Not saying she's not smart, but I'm just saying, like, when I think of her thought processing,
right,
I don't think it's there just off of that interview with the Shade Room.
Right,
because
she's definitely doesn't have the thoughts of a mature, grown woman.
Right.
She's biologically and chronologically, is she grown? Hell yeah. But mentally, absolutely not. Because you are now getting ready to bring a female life into this world. Would you want that for your daughter?
Now, here's the thing that gets me as well. Aside from just the family structure of it, what kind of conversations are you having with this 21-year-old in your grown age? Like, you all can't talk about, the things you talk to him about are things that you knew from your son, right? Yo Gabba Gabba.
You crazy.
And shit like that, Not
Yo Gabba Gabba.
like the shit.
Because what Jordan's coming out.
Right, like, because when I dated,
Jays.
right, when I was younger and I dated somebody older, it used to bother me. He'd be like, oh, that was before your time.
Yes. Oh,
that
God.
shit used to get on my nerves. And I used to be like,
as well, because he's older than me.
Bruh,
yeah,
but you still are here. So listen here, Pop. I'm gonna need you to relax.
I guess she does. Well, she does have a reference because she has her son. Like they brothers. They
bromancing.
They bromancing. Oh my God.
And now let's switch it. Now, what if you were in your 30s and somebody in their 50s wanted to talk to you?
But you got more.
You have more life experience at this
That's
point.
what I say. I say it's different. When you're grown,
he's almost he's 3 years out of high school.
He just was able to start drinking.
I was about to say he just started going to the liquor store.
Like, what do you want from him other than his check? That, like, when you were legally of age to be in clubs and going out in the world, he was just born. You are 18 years older than him.
Yeah.
But then again, let's talk about it. Drake is allegedly dating Lotto's 21-year-old sister. He's 37.
Right.
And nobody bats an eye at that.
No. We are batting an eye because it's new, but he didn't get the woman pregnant.
Yeah.
And this is allegedly. We know she fucking this man. The
proof is in the pudding.
He shot up the pudding.
Okay.
He is in the Jello pudding.
Right. Hello.
So, why do you feel like she's getting so much slack for it?
Because of the fact that she has a son. Like, she has 2 children. So, if she only had the 6-year-old, I'm not saying we still wouldn't look at her crazy, but it wouldn't be as cringeworthy. Right. And then the fact that we know that she's simply there for the bag. This boy just signed a $40 million a year extension contract, right? He just got. If he was working at Walmart, he would not have been impregnating Drea. So you know what she's there for, and the fact then the video resurfaced with her saying that she's looking at, like, it just looks too set up. And it's like, this is why.
How long they been talking though?
Since he was in 6th grade. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nah, we ain't gonna put that she's a pedophile. We ain't gonna say that because they both grown, consenting adults. But it just looks really. It looks like, dang, sis. Like, by, I guess, Malcolm X voice, by any means necessary.
All right, you have 2 sons.
I am a certified crazy gun carrying boy mom. Yes, I am. Go ahead.
So what happens when your son? They don't even have to be basketball players. They can have any other profession, and they come home with a 39-year-old woman, and they're 21. What is the conversation?
Why? That's the first word. Why?
She got a fat ass, Mom.
There's a whole bunch of fat asses with less ages, less mileage.
But
no,
she knows what she's doing, Mom.
She definitely knows what she's doing. Now that I know. She got worms, son. She got worms. Like, no.
They put worms in tequila, Mom.
And you see what that do to your stomach, right? You see how you was throwing up? It'll be 10 times worse. No, I would have a conversation. I would need to know where my son's head is. Because the flip side of this is the same way that you have young women who are mature and able to be on the same level as an older man. What if he's an old soul, right? So I would need to talk to my son at first and be like, what's your interest? Why do you like this person? What is it about her that, makes you want to feel like you need to be with her? Case in point, Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, we were like, what are you doing? But he really was digging her. Now, of course, she recently scrubbed her Instagram clean, which means you know what that means. They done broke up. Sometimes you got to let something play its course. Clearly she couldn't get knocked up, so I know his mother was like, whoo, we dodged a real one.
Right.
But, ultimately all I could do is tell you my hopes and aspirations and dreams, tell you what I agree with or don't disagree with. It's your life. Mm-hmm. But when she do you what she do you, I'm telling you, I told you so. Right.
I know somebody who is a man and his baby mother is significantly older. And I mean, he's like of age, like the kids are grown, and he was like, he thinks she poked a hole in the condom to trap him. And then it turned into like,
we just together.
Her mother was like, well, why aren't you going to marry my daughter? And this and this and this and this. And he was like, what the fuck? So I've seen it go both ways.
Listen,
sure.
We know women trap men. We definitely know that. As she's older, she's able to definitely be able to, I don't want to say charm, but be able to, as you said, groom him. Listen. Now, the difference is, right, versus a younger woman who's trapping him and now they break up and it's issues and you being spite. I don't see her being the spiteful type.
No.
Using the kid again. So that might be the advantage of it. She definitely already has a football baby father, right? So next all she needs is a baseball or a soccer player and she's all sports. She is.
Pretty much.
But I wish her a happy, healthy pregnancy.
Absolutely.
Ultimately.
Because when you're older, it is high risk.
Yeah.
I hope that
you for adding that. Damn.
I hope, as she said, co-parenting to her, because in my mind, The way she did that interview doesn't make it seem like she thinks they're even going to be together long.
No.
Because she talked about co-parenting, which you co-parent usually when you're not together.
How you? No, she was talking about co-parenting before she was even pregnant. So
But that's right.
So that means that you are going into this knowing that, hey, this might not last, but I'm gonna walk out with the bag.
Yep.
That's what that was.
Pretty much.
Speaking of motherfucking mamas, right? So it's a rap on Instagram. I don't even want to say his motherfucking name, right? I think his name was PJ though. But he's online. What did he give his mother? A cake or something? It was
the
her
cake looked
birthday?
good though. It was two cakes. It was chocolate. One had sprinkles because I'm a fat ass and I love dessert.
It looked good.
And it was like a slice of cheesecake in the middle. It was like a trio. It would look good.
Your cake looked good too. What's the banana? What you had? What was
I had
that?
a banana pudding
Cake.
for my birthday.
Get
I
a
like,
pudding.
man, she ain't bring nobody no motherfucking
First
cake.
of all, they cut the cake.
She didn't even invite us. We didn't even get an invite. Did we get an invite?
That was like a surprise, but they cut the
okay.
cake. When they
All
cut the cake,
Yeah.
they didn't, like, I was like, where's the rest of it? They bought out the cake. They charged $25 to cut it.
cut the
Only
cake.
cut
Right.
half the goddamn cake.
Yo,
and I was like, for
restaurants
$20,
are-
you better cut all of it. And I'm almost sure the staff in the fucking kitchen took pieces. Because I was like, there's no way this big ass cake only had 13 slices.
They definitely had a slice.
Right.
It was good though.
Okay.
So he was giving his mother a cake and everything, wishing her happy birthday. And his mother, she looked like one of them, she looked like Jodie mother, right? From Baby. She had a fat ass and shit. So he goes and grabs his mother's ass, right? And then she starts making it clap.
She made a thunderstorm, Waka Flocka voice.
Shit.
So I'ma make it thunderstorm.
So
Baby, make that.
So you better start looking at that
I
screen.
can't help it.
So y'all as mothers, what if your son grabbed your ass like that?
So he wouldn't have a hand to grab back. That's number one. There was just so many things wrong on that. Let's break this down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's not the first rapper to do that because if you remember a couple of years ago, Kodak Black caught flack for touching his mother, for talking about his mother. I can't remember. I don't want to say for sure, but I don't know if he patted it, but he definitely made reference to it. And, I just want to say, where's the fucking respect these days for just young people when it comes to parenting? But on the flip side, I blame us as parents. This generation, what are we, the millennials? Millennials?
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Girl, I don't
you guys are
Millennials, we suck at parenting. We need to look at some generations back. There's some things that we do right. I love that we breaking generational curses. I love that we're deciding to heal and go get therapy. But some of us need a lot of therapy because what I feel like the problem is with this generation, we want to be our children's friends.
Yeah.
And you can't be my friend and my parent. I can't be the friend of you because you're my dependent. If I get to claim you on my taxes, we can't be friends. I don't claim any of my friends, okay? I choose my friends because of the values that we hold and share in their line. That's it. The problem that we are experiencing is what we're seeing. One, as a man, you shouldn't be palming your mother. You shouldn't want to touch any part of your mother in a sexual manner at all.
Right.
And when you think that that's okay, I think that it's okay for you to be receiving a check because you should be, you clearly aren't
Have mental
right in your
issues.
mental.
Yeah.
But what made it even more heinous to me was the fact that his mother made it thunderstorm. Okay? Because that means you thought it was okay with his behavior. Hence, that's why he doesn't mind not only groping your ass, because he didn't just pat her on her ass, he palmed her ass.
Right.
And he palmed it in a way, and this is why I say friendship. He palmed it in a way where it was sexual, but it was like what you would do if you had a girlfriend and you like, yo, you holding that shit, man. You looking right. What made you think that that was okay to do that to your mammy and
your
then
mama.
post it?
Yeah.
That's my problem. And
Yeah.
and I think that in this society, there is nothing that is shocking to us anymore because we allow and tolerate everything. And furthermore, because I'm about to pass the mic to my beautiful co-host. The other problem is we are over-sexualizing our children, especially our young boys. Little baby mamas, both of them, they recently both posted videos twerking. And Loyal, which is Jada Waiter's son, he's notorious for jumping in front of his mother whenever she starts some fuck shit. He'd be like, ah! But the other baby mother was throwing that, I ain't gonna hold you, her twerking skills were top notch. But she was throwing that shit in the circle. Her son came out and was like, what you doing? And she still was doing it. When did we get to a point as women where we are overly sexual in front of our sons, our children? And then we wonder why they are doing the things that they're doing. We got to start taking stock of ourselves, women. That's all I'm going to say.
Y'all women is tired. We're tired of not being liberated. We have to live.
Yeah, like
Fuck
I get that.
kids.
I get that. We don't got to wear bras. We could burn our bras and we could walk around. But when did we start walking around moralless? It's one thing to go braless. When did you lose your morals? When did you lose your self-respect? When did you lose your dignity?
So we lost our morals when we lost expectations. Because expectations help shape your morals, and your morals, it's vice versa. They go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, I have expectations because I expect something of you because I expect you to have a certain level of morals.
Correct.
Right? So once that's one. Number two, we started over-sexualizing shit when we started wearing G-strings to Sesame Place.
Oh, no.
I got a picture. I was at Sesame Place, and the bitch had a G-string
Yes.
on. A pink one. A whole stripper outfit.
Yes. Sesame Place is notorious.
I'm about to look it up right now.
For and Sesame Place is notorious for that. And that was the first time I saw it where it was like bare ass and coochie lips around children. And I was like, what is happening here? Because even when I go to the beach with my kids, I don't wear the same bathing suits I wear on vacation.
Absolutely.
Just because, and my daughters would clearly be like, Ma, that ain't, where we going?
going?
We going with my friends. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? And not saying I bear it all, but I might have a little extra cleavage if I'm on a vacation. Then vacation. I'm dressing how I want. I don't know none of these people, but
Right. But it's just different.
It's different. It's a big difference.
There's clearly
time and place.
It's a lack of just disregard.
Yes.
And the minute that you and the minute that you bring it out, the minute that you point it out, you are a hater.
Yep.
You need to mind your business. But that is the problem in our communities. We're not checking one another. We're not getting in the business.
Because we're not at that level anymore where we can just be open and honest. And I'll go back to what you said about being your child's friend, to where as your children get older, your level of authority lessens. Right? Because they're now becoming adults and they can make their own decisions. However, you are not your child's friend.
You shouldn't.
To where we have a friend-like relationship, but we're not friends, right?
Absolutely.
And you still have to have a level and a line of respect and boundaries. What really bothered me was the mother didn't even flinch when he grabbed her ass. It wasn't like a, hey, boy.
She was
like,
on,
hold up.
Because she was on her phone. In fact, when he grabbed her ass, she turned around and smiled.
Right.
And
like,
then she made,
hold on.
like that was
How
her nigga.
many times has he done this?
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
Clearly he felt comfortable.
She was comfortable with it, right? Just like, I don't know if anybody remembered, or one of the shows Jim Jones is on, can't remember now, and he was talking about how his mother taught him how to tongue kiss.
Yes.
And Mama Sharon came out and was like, I don't know what the fuck he talking about. What? She was like, if anything, I taught him how to be sensual with a woman. I wasn't there putting my tongue in my son's mouth. She was like, I had to check his ass, She had to clear that up because she didn't want to misconstrue the way it came out was like they were practicing on each other. She was like, that motherfucker that lost his mind. So
you ain't gonna lie on me.
But again, like you said, and I think it bothered all of us in the room that watched it, was you made your ass clap, which now I'm envisioning my mother ain't got no drawers on.
Yeah.
And I mean, sis was holding. She looked really nice for however old she is. She looked
good.
And you could tell her booty looked natural. She might have had her belly done, but her booty looked natural.
She looked good.
Right.
But for you to just up and down, this is your child. You're not a stripper. Or maybe you were an ex-stripper.
Right. She might be 38 and he's 21.
I wouldn't give a fuck if she was 21 and he was
so
8.
She still knows.
It's the principle. And let's stop even saying because you're a stripper, because there are strippers with some greater morals than people who are librarians. We're not going to put it on the job.
No, but what I mean is maybe in her mind that's her. That's
you right. A little bit more
I knew strippers who had a pole in their home and their kids were on the pole with them, while they were practicing.
Yeah.
So that I just mean, like, as far as strip culture goes, maybe that's normal. I don't know. But to me, it just was like, sis, what's happening?
But also we have to look at, I'm just playing devil's advocate. A lot of these parents are growing up with their kids.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Especially the
she
first
looked
kid.
young. She still look young. So he might
Especially
be
the first
20,
kid.
21 years old, and she might be 38, 39 years old, and she grew up with her child.
And let me just say this even further. As a black woman, as an evolved black woman, right?
Yes.
I will say this, and I don't know if I'm just becoming the parent now or how our parents were. I am tired of seeing black women do nothing but bend over and twerk.
I am
in
too.
every setting.
And I love a good twerk.
Me too.
I do too, but find something
I love
else.
it.
Do a back handspring. Like, I want to be impressed at this point. I'm like, do a
walkover.
cartwheel.
Do a walkover.
Something.
A forward
Something.
front-
I'm tired of, even as artists, as soon as they get on the stage, the first thing they do is grab the mic, turn around and bend over. Like, when you go to brunch, this bitch is twerking next to my scrambled eggs. When you go to church, women are twerking with the tambourine. Like, what is happening that black women are only bending over and shaking their asses if we don't got shit else that we could do?
You know what I always think
Do
about?
the
Like,
heel toe or something. I don't
Yeah, do
know.
the pepper seed.
what pictures are you going to show your fucking grandkids?
The ass.
Everything is your ass is turned around.
Yes.
Everything, and I'm pretty sure all the motherfuckers gonna have bad backs. Everything, that's everything. That's
I
all they
remember I
gotta do
met
with their
this
ass.
one woman. She looks great for her age. She had like 9 kids. She looked amazing. Every picture this woman took, her ass was propped up on the sink in her bathroom. Ma'am,
Yes.
you got 9 of them. We know you got a fatty.
And it's sad when you think about, because this is shout out to women, because this is Women's History Month. But it's sad when you think about not even 100 years ago that our ancestors were literally sold and sexualized for their bodies. And that was the pride of the black community at that time, growing up in the 30s, 40s, even 50s and 60s, where they took pride in looking beautiful but being covered. And somehow along the way, we became where the less became the more, until there is nothing even to take off anymore. And then get upset when a man wants to only objectify you sexually, when that's what we are portraying. We can't be upset with them because they idolize or they look at us sexually or they talk to us like that. Oh, I'm not like that. Well, the representation of us isn't exactly a fair trade.
Absolutely.
We have to be more if we want more. And there's a time and a place. I'm not saying that, as you said, you won't become the evolved woman. Because the reason why this generation is how it is because our grandmothers and them was at Freaknik. But guess what?
The documentary comes out this month.
I mean,
I can't wait
my
to see it.
grandma wasn't there, but yeah.
But our mamas was. A lot of our mamas was at
Ooh,
Greek
not
Fest
mama.
and Street and
Facts.
So that liberation wasn't that far ago, but the difference between their generation and ours, you see how it's just now coming out because the shit was on VHS. We are showing it in real time. Oh, you want to see a twerk? I'm twerking live. And then we wonder why in elementary school these little girls are making videos in the
Shake that
bathroom.
ass.
And again, it's time and place, because even during Freaknik, you had educated women, you had women with degrees, right? It's time and place where you have to know how to turn it on and turn it off. Just like when you start to get into certain social circles, right? If your child's a debutante or your child's a part of some type of elite social group, you can't just show up how you want. There are rules, there's a dress code, and you must adhere to it.
Yes.
You can't, there are certain organizations where the girls can't have their shoulders exposed because that's considered inappropriate. And you'll have the parents like, well, why? Because it's culture.
And you
right?
should want them to be cultured.
Right. And know time and place. Just like when you go away to college, if you are in the business program, baby, that skirt has to be a certain length. Them heels got to be a certain length. Stockings are a must. You must have on a blouse.
Yep.
You have to dress the part.
If you're in the nursing culture, you can't wear
Absolutely.
14-inch nails.
Yep.
There are no nails. So
Time and place.
There's restrictions to where you want to be. So then you need to adhere to them. And I think that these amusement parks, definitely should start banning certain outfits.
I know some have.
First of all, there's fucking fathers that want to see shit like this.
Excuse me. Go to the beach, sir. Don't come and eat the Cookie Monster's cookies.
Go to the strip club.
Because you want mama's cookies.
It costs too much to go to the fucking strip club. Oh, it costs too much to go to the goddamn. You know how much it costs to go to the amusement park?
I'm about to say.
You might as well see some titties
You might
and
as well
ass.
go to the strip club.
You might as well see some titties and ass.
You definitely about to spend some racks on racks on racks
I
at
guess
Sesame Place.
C
Okay.
is for cookies and coochie.
And coochie. and I'm the cookie monster. Anyway. So All right, so we talk about
The moral of the story is don't slap your mama on her ass.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
And if you do it in the house.
yes.
or if it's your stepmother. So
What if that was a stepmother?
right, we didn't even ask that.
Okay.
We got to do a little research.
What if
It's giving Pornhub
I was about to say,
vibes.
if it's a stepmother, that's a
Oh,
Pornhub. Yeah,
God.
okay, go ahead.
And I'm for it. So anyway, so speaking of children, Moniece Slaughter discusses that she chose to terminate her pregnancy at 29 weeks due to a heart condition. And also she reveals that her ex-husband abandoned her just 6 days after the surgery.
Well, Moniece Slaughter lived up to her last name because she slaughtered the fetus that was inside of her. What in the hell?
Yes.
Right.
Like, it's not.
It's not funny, but
there is something.
that was a good one. 2 points for Jada.
Like, no, because that's exactly what I thought of a slaughterhouse. Like, what is wrong? First of all, I want to know where, in what place,
Allowed that.
performed this stillbirth. Because that's what it
Yes.
was. I need you to understand.
stillbirth.
Okay, so let
Who
me
said
tell-
it was even still?
It had to be if it came out. It's dead. They did something.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
They had to put the metal clamps in her so that her
No, she
everything
didn't.
could
No.
open up.
She didn't
At
get no
this
metal.
point-
No. At that point, they induced her labor. She had a baby, 29 weeks. So let me explain something
Well,
to
remember,
y'all.
her cervix still had to open though.
Yeah, but they gave her Cervidil. Like they
can
did.
do that.
They did what you
Force.
would do when they started your labor when you are about to, like when you're overdue.
And when
That's
your
what they did.
fluids are low.
She didn't have no abortion. Let's be very real. She was talking. This is what's making me think that what her family is saying that she might be a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
She is.
Because she was talking about a DNC. Let me tell you something, baby, okay? I found out I was pregnant with my first son at 30 and a half weeks. Yes, I'll tell the story to you another time. But 30 and a half weeks, I asked my, when they told me, they said, ma'am, did you know you were 30 and a half weeks? That's what I did. I said, 30 and a half weeks, how many months is that? They said, you got 2.5 months. I thought I heard 2.5 weeks. I started hysterically crying because I thought I was having a baby tomorrow. So,
That's crazy.
yeah, it was a cold. So 29 weeks, she was almost 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
That means that baby was moving in you. That baby is kicking. You done talk with it. Unless there was a extreme medical reason that they told you must terminate. Not I got to make this decision. You have to terminate. It's either you or your life or the baby's life. That's the only way I can conceive that you would make that decision to push out a human that you can't bring home with you. That makes no sense to me. And I understand why her husband left her 6 days after. He should have left her 6 hours. He gave her 24 plus more hours than I would have gave her. Because why would you do that? I wouldn't care at this point if the baby did have a heart defect. You didn't know that you ain't know that at 20 weeks, 15, 30, 3 weeks. Like you waited until 2 more. Put it like this: at 29 weeks, this child can be born from you and survive.
Yep.
Right.
Go in the NICU and come home.
And was it her heart condition? Or
I
was
don't
it the
know
baby?
because
She said it was hers.
I couldn't really even get jiggy with it because I can't watch people who come on the internet to cry and tears don't come out. So she lost me there.
And then she didn't have her wig all the way like that. What's the thing?
It wasn't even down. It wasn't.
That's diabolical to be getting a glue down and talking about an abortion
And then
no
the
tears.
stylist came and was like, "All right, she's practicing for a new
That
movie."
wasn't even a stylist. That was like another
friend?
famous friend.
Her friend is a good friend.
That-
That's
Was
what
that
her friend
was
was.
that
I don't
what's her
Masika.
name?
I don't,
That's
was
who I
Masika.
thought it was.
whoever
Okay.
it was a good damn friend. That's what we're gonna call
No,
her.
they said she was a bad friend because she should have just ended the fucking live.
Well, no, you can't. I mean, you couldn't take.
But
what she did was probably I don't know if she was there
She
the
may
whole
not have been in
time.
the room.
We don't know. But what we do know is she did what needed to be done. She stood on business and got her. She covered for her because clearly that girl isn't well. You can see it in
Right.
her face,
Right.
her eyes. And we still trying to figure out how she got with
But
little
is
Fizz.
she a good friend? Because this is the same friend that pretended that she was being trafficked because online and not let everyone know that this was all something from a movie, that she was a movie role. And everybody was scared for her.
I don't know about all of that.
That happened.
Listen, I'm talking about what happened right
that's
now.
the same thing she said in this situation. She said, "Oh, Moniece is practicing for this is all for a movie."
And that was probably why she said that, because she didn't do it and had everybody fucked up about it.
Oh, see, I ain't even know
know
that
about
part.
that.
But what I will
You be
say
knowing.
is,
Not because
That's your job.
No, Cayenne, she took her role for that same movie, that same show,
Oh.
because of that. Look ahead.
All
But
right.
what I will say about
So
the situation is, Moniece has been said by her family and close friends around her that she has mental health issues.
You can look
right?
at her and tell.
That has been proven. Like, she has mental health. She exaggerates stories a lot and things
It's
like
called
that.
delusion.
Now, the fact that
Grandeur.
her husband left her after this is alarming, because that's not the norm if what you're saying is true. If this really was a heart condition, why didn't hubby stay and woo, woo, woo?
Yeah.
Because he
woo,
probably
woo?
wanted to get out of there, but he's like, damn, she's pregnant. I got to make sure she good.
Well, she probably was going through some psycho whatever during the pregnancy, because the other thing about mental health is a lot of times your psychiatrist will tell you pregnancy is not a good thing for people that have mental health issues, because your medication is not good for the baby.
So
and
you're
it
either
can
off
it can
of
cause
it,
development
and then
issues
your
and things like
hormones
that.
are
Right. Your
already
hormones are off.
ranging.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but 29 weeks is beyond crazy.
Yeah. We would have just
The
had to thug
fact,
it
and
out.
I don't know if she came on live to get ahead of the story because maybe she thought somebody else was gonna leak the story. I don't know, but what I saw was disheartening. And then for the next day, you come on live and curse everybody out for either being concerned or being in your business that you put out here. She's always been off her rocker, in my opinion. But to me, this was
straw.
disgraceful to even see happen. You know what I'm saying? There are women out here who can't conceive.
Yo, that's what I was just thinking in my mind.
There
like,
are women who have to go through IVF, which is thousands and thousands of dollars.
There are women who miscarry and lose their babies at that
stage.
where it is not even of their own free will. It just happens. And for you to make that decision, and then here's the other part that we keep talking about. Why do y'all keep including us in the group chat?
Yeah.
Us being the public. That is
Take
a
us
decision
out of
that
it.
we never had to know about.
Nope.
We didn't need to hear that.
And
Definitely not from you. Even if you didn't.
Even if somebody did leak her story, that's a violation of her HIPAA rights.
Absolutely.
Right? So I think we got to get you. I love the era where you just knew about celebrities and we didn't know about their personal lives.
Like, why get online with this?
Right. Because
Because she wants
especially with your lace front. Your lace front had a whole lace bag.
I was mad. I was mad about that. Nigga, you gonna get on here and not even look your best.
Had a fitted lace front.
Child.
That's crazy.
And it's like, what? I didn't understand what was going on.
You had a lace front that looked like a glueless unit. Like,
And then she's trying to paint the husband as the bad guy here.
No.
And paint her family as the bad people here. But there clearly is something wrong with her. Clearly. And I hope she gets the help that she needs. I hope she can repent for what she's done, or at least find some type of forgiveness within herself, which I don't think she cares for.
Right.
But to get rid of that life, because it was a life at that point.
Okay, now
It's
I got
crazy.
a question for you. All right, playing devil's advocate. What's the difference between 29 weeks and 3 weeks? Because people get abortions every day, B.
Like you said, at 29
full
weeks, this baby has
form.
developed. You've been to the doctor. You heard the heartbeat. You may have been getting ready with the nursery, and that was a conscious decision. I can forgive the 3 weeks, at least, because sometimes you can't have an abortion until they can detect the baby.
6 weeks.
Yeah, but sometimes
That's what I heard.
sometimes it depends, right? Because sometimes it's like, oh, the doctor will tell you wait another week or so.
Yeah.
Right. So I can forgive the 3 weeks, but 29. So where this baby could have been born healthy, you could have given this baby up for adoption. You could have done a lot of other things besides terminate this pregnancy. You did harm to your own body.
Yep.
You did harm to this child. That was a traumatic experience for the baby to have to come out like that.
Does she have a kid already?
I don't know.
Yeah, by Little Fizz.
You did harm to your
right.
family as well. That has to be
Because
traumatic.
that kid is a teenager.
Now, and the operative word is if you were pregnant, right?
Right.
That part too, 'cause I know
saying
somebody-
she's faking.
I
she's
know
faking a
somebody-
I
pregnancy.
know
Right,
somebody
yeah.
who used to fake all of her pregnancies to the
Oh my
point
God.
she
I
told
don't want
us
to talk about this because one of them follow me.
she told us that she had a baby at a hospital that didn't have a maternity ward.
What?
Yeah.
It was this girl. I don't know if you know. She pretended she had a baby shower and everything
Yeah.
from Long Island.
Jada know her.
I want to say the name, but I don't want
Jada
to say
know
the
her.
name. And when I found out, I'm like, wow. And it was the same girl she talking about. She was asking me for some money. We're not even cool like that. She said she did some scam with some niggas. Them niggas trying to get her for some money. Then after that, I heard
sticker for people.
yeah, like because she didn't give them the money and she needed to borrow a certain amount of money.
Let's just move on. Okay?
Yeah, Jada know it.
Let's find out you know.
I don't want
Jada said that's so and so from apartment 6F.
Yo, crazy.
My mother used to fry
Baby.
chicken every Friday.
baby.
So ladies, I feel like stay off of Instagram.
What I will say is that is a sickness.
Absolutely.
And clearly, being that there has been I don't want to say rumors. There have been allegations that she has mental illness issues. Then it's not so far fetched to see that she couldn't make that up because, psychosis is real. And when you have you ever talked to someone who really believes some shit that you know is not true, but like they truly believe it. So you have to be like, well, damn, they make you start thinking, is you crazy? Like, bitch, I know. Yep. I know you know that you know. And they are sticking to the fact of what they say is like, nah.
Yeah.
Shout out to people with mental illness. We're going to pray for y'all. And you are somebody too.
And we want y'all to get help.
Get help.
Take your meds.
Get help. Get off Instagram.
Please.
Thanks.
Oh, you should make that a slogan on a t-shirt.
Gotcha.
Get help. Get off of Instagram.
Get help and get off Instagram.
We definitely. What's that called? I was about to say photo.
Trademark it.
Trademark that
Boom.
shit tonight.
All right. So, speaking of celebrities and dealing with what they've been dealing with, I guess everything we've been talking about is
2024 has been going on with
it's
a
been
bang. Okay,
wow.
we are not even in month 3, and we got content for days. Shout out to 2024.
So we're gonna talk about Wendy Williams. We're gonna talk about Jada's godmother, right?
I know you fucking lying.
You don't like Wendy Williams?
My godmother is Oprah the Winfrey. Don't play.
Okay.
Do
So I
not
love
play.
me some Wendy. How you doing?
She alright.
So
She alright. But I'm Oprah's daughter.
she just
Hey, lady, yo.
put out a documentary that she executive produced showing all of her shortcomings in life at this point.
Is it shortcomings?
I was disheartened by what I saw.
Is it shortcomings? Because she's just showing all the things that were like.
No, she's showcasing her life. I wouldn't say her shortcomings. She's
I mean,
showcasing her life.
She can't walk. She can't have access to her money. She lost her mom. Like
She lost her mind.
Yeah.
I ain't
She
saying
lost her
that.
mind. She
Yeah,
lost her man.
I was
She lost her
watching
son.
it was
lost
it was
everything.
jaw
She
dropping
lost
to watch that just because I've followed Wendy for years. I started wearing wigs because of Wendy Williams. I love me some Wendy Williams
How you
and all
doing?
her mess. How you doing? How you doing? But it was disheartening. It was like watching your auntie just down
deteriorate.
spiral in front of you. Like to watch between the disease she has that causes her eyes to just bug out at
Graves'
times.
disease.
Yeah, Graves' disease. To hear some of the things that her son has said, to make it look as almost she doesn't have a real support system around her is crazy. But then it's like, does she want the support system? Because I watched how nasty she was to the staff working around her. And it's like, you can't keep pushing people away and expect them to want to come and help save you. So I'm so disheartened. The situation now with her husband, if bitch ass nigga was in the dictionary, Kevin's picture would be next to it. Because my God, he is a piece of shit.
I mean,
He is a piece of shit, but I have a different take on what you said.
go ahead, run that back.
How you do it?
Yeah.
So I can identify with some of the things you say because she is like our auntie. But it's like seeing your auntie who has so much shit to say about everybody in the family, and now some shit happening to her, and we like,
Her whole life she spent making everyone a spectacle, and now she is the spectacle.
And what I won't say is it's her karma. I don't agree with it's her karma. But when we look at that word karma, right? Karma is the law of reciprocity. In other words, what you put out is what you get back. Mm-hmm. So one could say that a lot of the things that are happening to her is a reflection of karma. And we don't like to hear it. The reason why we don't like to hear it is because we know that we all can and do in receiving karma that we put into the world, because we are human. We're flawed. So yes, there are some senses where we're gonna get some shit back that we did. And you hope it isn't in a way that is as detrimental as what's happening to Wendy, but we don't know. Now, Aunt talked about a lot of people's lives. Aunt was big on exposing. Aunt was big on condemning. Aunt was big on giving advice about what everyone should be doing, how they should live their life. Aunt had a segment, Ask Wendy. I have seen her get on there and tell women how they should leave their man, which they wouldn't put up with. And meanwhile, Aunt was doing everything that she wasn't everything that she told them women that they should do, she wasn't doing. And that is why a lot of people can look and say, yes, I can pity you, but I can also remember why you might be where you are, why you might be.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Do you want her to be this way? No, because here's what I will say. She has made it, she walked so the shade rooms, the boiler alerts, the gossips could run, okay? Wendy pioneered, and she doesn't get enough credit for how she pioneered making gossip this mainstream thing. Until there was a Wendy Williams, the only thing that we really gossiped was like the National Enquirer, and we didn't know if it was true or false. She put a face to gossiping. She made being messy a pastime in a way to get paid. So yes, we will give her that, but we also have to give, we gotta call a spade a spade. She didn't mind putting people's families on blast. I can remember when she talked about Method Man's wife having cancer after he asked her not to do it. That's invasive. She didn't have.
Well, yeah, she says in a documentary that she
people.
put. But she says it. She says in a documentary that she put it out there because that's what she's known for, putting everybody else's business out there.
Yeah.
When I say it's disheartening, it just, to me, to watch it was just like, did we really need to see it?
Yeah, why
right.
not?
Like to me, she could have gone through what she was going through because I'm not an overly exposed person at this point in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think everything needs to make it to the camera. I don't agree with everything Wendy's done, no, but I do love her for certain things because she said a lot of shit we were thinking. You feel me?
Absolutely, she did.
But I don't know if it's karma or not. I'm not one to say yes or no. But again, I don't know if it needed to be videotaped in that essence, because it's kind of like, did I really need to see that?
Maybe we need to see that too, because I'm a big thing on there are no, everything in life is a lesson. So what I liked is what she said is, if it happened to me, it could happen to you. So maybe what we need to take away from this is, one, how you need to make sure that you watching your pot and not your neighbor's pot. Okay?
Absolutely.
Because she was too busy focusing on bringing us the tea from everyone else's life, and she wasn't tending to her own. Because if she was, I don't think that, first of all, and getting to her husband, Wendy is also grieving and dying from a broken heart. When people say that man broke her, he did break her, but it wasn't really the man that broke her. It was the fact that she had to leave her man. Now, I put out on my page the other day, and I had a lot of people respond, and it might not be a popular opinion. I feel like Kevin needs to be back in her life in some type of way. She wants her man.
What do you think about that new manager and that assistant that she has?
The jeweler?
Oh my God.
The jeweler?
Yes.
I feel like they are there to get a check. We already know that.
It's
but
a
I also
business.
wanted to go to what you just said too. Now, when you said it feels like she pushes people away, if you are a follower of Wendy, way before we found out that she was on that white girl, never got off of it and drinking, Wendy has always notoriously said, I don't have friends. People who are an island all unto themselves, there is a part of them that is damaged, and they know that they are damaged. So when we are looking at the dynamics of her life, where you don't have a good girlfriend who can come and save you, your sister can't step in and save you, there is nobody there for your village. You can't blame everything on other people. At what part do you play?
Well, she has one good girlfriend because she was on the documentary.
Yeah,
but then even she was saying at times, like, they went spurts without talking, and Wendy would be on something.
Right.
But you got to also remember that she clung to her mother.
She clung to her man.
Well, that too, but her mother as well. Like, her mother was her best friend, right? But then you also got to think about it like this: if I gossip about everybody, who the fuck gonna be my friend? What I'm gonna tell you? Because now I'm hot topic on Wendy.
Right,
You know
she
what I'm
can't
saying?
tell nobody. Only
Like
the
I'm
person
not
she can
telling
tell
you
was
nothing.
her
So
mother and her
how?
man.
Her mother
And
and her
again,
man.
like you,
Them and them.
aside from just the karma, we could talk about loyalty. If you're not loyal to anybody, because you're not even loyal to yourself. She wasn't honest with herself about her marriage.
Nope.
That marriage was in shambles years before that. She wasn't honest
And
with
she
herself.
said she knew it.
Yeah, she
Girl,
wasn't honest with herself about a lot of
I
things.
always knew that she knew it. There is no way that you are a multimillionaire and you don't know that your man. The problem became, and this is why I said I feel like she's dying of a broken heart. Wendy didn't leave her man because it came out because her man had a baby. If Wendy wasn't who Wendy was,
She would
have stayed with her man and her husband and her
she
side baby.
she was wearing his robe.
She had to leave him because
To prove
of the
a
public.
point.
No, right, the public persona. Not even just to prove a point, because in the end it ended up backfiring. But to keep her show, she had to get rid of him because the companies wouldn't have been able to sell. Here you are, this woman of woman empowerment, and you're
Right.
all of this, and you're saying that, and meanwhile your husband comes out and is found that he's having a baby, and you don't leave him. She had to leave him for her career, but that's not what she wanted to do. Because if you let your man buy a house on your dime for your mistress that lived down the block, if you let your man fund their lifestyle on your dime and you knew about it, why wouldn't you bring a baby?
And
if
she
you
was
fucking
wearing
her every day, what's supposed to come?
She was wearing his robe in the documentary.
I love her.
The robe that she bought.
I don't give a fuck what I bought. There would have been a Lisa Left Eye situation. Burn this shit to the ground.
But you know
But
why
she
it wouldn't have
was-
been
she
Elisa
knew
Left Eye?
about it,
Because
though.
she loves him. And
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if it was me, I'm not wearing anything that my ex.
And I feel bad. I feel bad for her that she came to this point because she couldn't love in her truth. We have to allow people. That's why, in a way, even though it pisses me off that she called him daddy every 5 seconds, I appreciate how Monique loves her man. She don't give a fuck
In public,
how she
out
love
loud.
her nigga. Okay, she don't care what y'all think.
That's
she going
the
daddy,
epitome
daddy.
of my man.
And you know why?
Out loud.
Like, yeah, because look what it can do. First of all, Wendy is a codependent person. If it
Yes.
isn't a drug, it'll be money. If it isn't money,
It's
she's
alcohol.
codependent on fame. If it isn't fame, she's codependent, like you said, on alcohol. She's codependent on a person because that's just her personality. Period.
So it's very interesting, and that seemed to be the underlying theme from what I saw of the documentary. She just kept saying, I just wanted to be famous. I just wanted to be famous.
Right.
And it's almost like it's that Bible quote where like you sell your soul
Yes.
for the gain of the world. And it's almost like that's what I saw happening watching that documentary. Like, your baby girl, you've got all this money. Now you don't have access to it. You done sold your soul because now you look lifeless. You're not glowing. You're not the demons you fighting inside. We can see.
Yeah.
It's evident. Like, you got to get back
So that
to
answers
you.
your own question.
Yeah.
When you just said, why would they do it? That's the lesson right there. That somebody needs to take away.
Yes.
What good is it to gain the world but to lose your soul?
Yes.
So all money ain't good money.
Yep.
All fame isn't good fame. All fame isn't fortune. All things that glitter aren't gold. It is more better to have. My father always says, and I live with this quote: a good name opens doors that money cannot. And
Absolutely.
her name didn't become good after a while.
Mm-hmm.
And her fame isn't good. Her money ain't even good.
Yep.
Now her mind ain't even good. And I do sympathize with that because I don't want to see any woman, less the black woman, who was at the height of her game, full. So,
Yes.
but here's the thing I do know about redemption. We all can be redeemed. So if I could send any prayer to her, it would be that she regains her mind, she regains her sanity, and she regains her throne. My mother used to get up every morning, and I could not understand, but her first thing when she would hit the floor was says, "Thank you for God for keeping me in my right mind."
Let me
And
tell
as
you
I
something.
did not
That
understand that as a
Is
young
my
girl.
prayer
Right.
every day
Okay,
as an adult. Because
Johnny
baby,
Megan and Water always said before when her people, "Thank you, God, for waking me up in my
Yes.
right mind." And for somebody, that needs to be your testimony. You woke up in your right mind.
Yes.
You rich because somebody didn't.
Yep.
Somebody can't
Your
handle
sanity is
is
so
everything.
big as you get older, and not just your sanity, but you have a higher self and a lower self. Your higher self has to be able to talk to your lower self on those hard days. Like that, being able to be in your right mind, we take that for granted.
For sure.
Because there are so many people that don't wake up in their right mind. They don't know where they are, who they are, what they've done. Like you, and when you work, I used to work in the psych ward. I used to work with psychiatric patients. And when you really realize a lot of them are not of right sound of mind unless they are on medication. And then a lot of them they sedate them, and there are psychotropic drugs that cause them to not be themselves. Having a sound mind is so underrated, boy.
And I will say this too, because I work with them now. The thing that you most currently, when they do have moments of clarity, it is always about things that were in their past that they had or they did.
Yep.
So we have to start, and this is why I always say too, and this is the lesson too, stop thinking that your blessings from God only come in what you are blessed with financially, materially, or through wealth. Wealth is a good mind. Wealth is a good name. Wealth is having a good support system. Wealth is being a good person. When you have those things, you are a wealthy person indeed, because there are people who have bank accounts full, but they're morally bankrupt. Yep. Be a person who has good personality.
And speaking of bank accounts being full or without, Kevin Hunter, right? He's looking to get his payments that was owed to him for the past 2 years from the guardianship that Wendy has. What do y'all think about that? Should he get his money?
Kevin said, fuck you, pay me.
Fuck that frill shit.
Because when the coat come in, I need to get the scale so I can wear that wear. No. Should he get his money? Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I'm going to tell you like this. Women, we wanted equal opportunity. We wanted to be EOC. If this was a man, if the tables was reversed, we'd be saying, fuck that. He needs to pay. He needs
money.
He needs to give her money for the times that he was shooting in the gym. Let me tell you something.
He was shooting in the gym.
Now, did he fuck her over? Yes, he did. Did he play in her face? Yes, he did. Is he a piece of shit as a husband? Yes, he is. But we cannot deny that Wendy Williams was at the height and the top of her game when her husband was managing her. Wendy Williams was on the radio.
Sure her business was
he kept, and not only did he make sure that her business was in check, he kept them people in check. Mm-hmm. You didn't realize there were lots of interviews, because I'll be paying attention to the pop culture. There were so many interviews about the staff talking about they were so glad when Kevin Hunter left because, he used to walk through and keep it rigid. No, he kept y'all motherfuckers on y'all feet, because when he left, the ship sank.
Right.
Sometimes we got to give credit when it was credit due. Do you like somebody who's a taskmaster? Not always so. But do they get shit done? Yeah, usually. And when he left, shit went south. And I got one better for y'all. While we always out there talking about Kevin Hunter and him cheating, people cheat for less things. Now, Wendy and her family, this is giving me, I'm getting triggered because y'all know I love Whitney. Look, I got to pull on my chin. Y'all know I love Whitney Elizabeth Houston. But for years, everybody said how Bobby Brown was the person. Oh, he got her on drugs. Oh, he fucked up her life. Well, when it died, everybody came out, including the mom, and said how she was doing coke way before she put him onto coke. Mm. Sometimes men get the bad rap and they never mumble a mumbling word. They take it. Why? Because they the man, and you know what? I ain't gonna be, this is when men were real men, and they ain't gonna be a bitch-ass nigga and tell you all the shit that she was doing behind the scenes. So now when we're seeing the spiral, well, if she been on this white girl, cocaine, all this time when we thought that she was clean and she was talking about my Aunt Whitney being on... See, I'm still mad about that interview. I'm sorry. I'm getting triggered again. But all the time...
She talked about crack, not coke.
No, but remember, Wendy made her radio career before Whitney died. A lot of it was about her doing drugs. And Whitney...
Right.
So what I'm saying
is... But remember, that infamous interview was about crack.
But the point of the matter is, bitch, you was still doing coke too. You was acting like you was in recovery, and now come to find out you ain't never been recovered. Well, you're an alcoholic. You were talking like it was past tense when it was your presence, and then you still doing it in the future.
But that's the thing with Wendy. The demons have now taken over.
It's like
right?
Malcolm.
Because it's like you tried to live this facade for so long, which we see everywhere in reality TV. None of that. A lot of that shit is made up. A lot of it is scripted. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like we watched that live out with her to where you had this picture-perfect situation, and it was so far from that on every level, from your personal to your marriage to your raising your kid, everything.
To your drug addiction.
Everything.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so when we're condemning him for cheating, maybe he didn't want to leave her because he didn't want to leave the kid, but we don't know what was going on behind the scenes. one, she's a very hard person to deal with. We're seeing that right now in real time, even though they're saying she has alcohol-induced dementia. And anybody who's been around somebody who has dementia or Alzheimer's, they're not always nice people to deal with because they just say and do what their mind says, right? But we don't know what that man was dealing with behind the doors with him and his wife. We don't know the times he might have had to come home and find her drugged out in front of their son or drunk on the floor or make her, they're saying now, the family, because we watched in the documentary, they're saying she was going on air drunk. So we don't know what this man was putting up with that caused him to create this other world. And I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying that men have cheated for lesser things than what he has. And now we're saying, oh, he only after the money. Well, let me tell you something. He ain't Kobe's wife. He was shooting in the gym. In fact, he built the gym for her to go play the ball on. So should he have his money? Yes, the fuck he should. He worked for that. He built the brand of Wendy Williams. I'm not saying she wasn't the talent. I'm not taking away from that. But talent has to be cultivated. He was the cultivator. Give him that man his money. Give him his bread.
But how many years has he's been getting paid, though?
No, he hasn't been receiving payments for 2 years.
Yeah, but he was getting money prior to, correct?
He was getting money.
As a manager, he getting worked.
No. But I'm saying once they divorced, she had to pay him.
Right.
So he's been getting the money, correct?
But it's been stopped for 2 years.
2 years is crazy.
Well, he needs to hold that and hold his dick in his hand and chin up, champ, and move around and move along.
Nope.
Yes.
Give me mine.
Yes.
Why?
No.
I'm asking why.
Move around and move along. This woman is going through something. She doesn't even have access to her own money. And
allegedly.
For you, I can only go off what she said out of her own mouth.
Remember she had that cash, and he was like, "What are you doing with that cash?" Oh, and the manager's like, "I set up another account for her so she can."
First of all, there's also a clause within her, within their agreement, and this is why it's about to get messy. There's allegedly a clause about ailments and sickness and that how like it could be stopped. A part of me says Wendy's a bright girl. You know, she's always said she's a smart girl. I kind of think this could be a ploy, so she don't gotta pay them coins.
But
Listen,
how much
if
is
that's
she really
the case,
paying him?
I'm not mad at it.
I said, how much
If
is she
that's
really
the
paying
case.
him?
Well, think about it. She was worth millions. And this is why it sounds so sticky. There's no money. They can't have access. Wendy is a multi-millionaire.
Right.
Right?
Hundreds, probably.
But there is
You think
also
hundreds?
Hundreds of millions.
But
I
there
don't
is
know.
also
Maybe
something
100.
with banks and contracts that if you are not in your right mind, right, they do seize your assets and things like that.
Right.
And that's and
And
how
that's
convenient.
that's apparently what's happened to her. She got to go to all these doctor's appointments and whatever. Is she playing the game? I don't know. If she is, fucking kudos to her.
Yeah,
But what I will say is, for me, for him to just come out and say he wants this money and you know what she's going through. I'm not saying maybe he shouldn't get paid. I don't know. But for right this moment, did you have to do it in that moment?
Well, how long should I wait? Because I waited 2 years.
Exactly.
She doesn't even have access to her own money, bro.
It's time to say something.
Listen, I just told you he was the reason why the ship was moving where
That's
it was.
fine, but the ship is now sinking.
And
The ship is now
hold on.
sinking.
And El Capitan said, I have to come back and save it.
Perfect example, right? All right, say with a show, right? God is gonna make it happen. We gonna make a lot of money, right? And then it's like, all right, the production company, all right, my money is tied up because of some shit I did. And it's like, I've been helping, I've been working with you all the time, but it's 2 years since I got my residual. Shatek, what's up? Well, I'm dealing. Do you want to hear that shit? No.
How many people on Bad Boy heard that shit?
I don't give a fuck about Bad Boy.
And they mad.
But
how many of them are mad?
But they
Yeah, but it's Puffy wasn't going through no fucking help.
No, he
my,
wasn't.
My thing is
he
she's
bought
going
that shit
through,
from them.
Again, I'm in this stage of grace. I'm in the stage of grace, right? To where I understand patience is a virtue.
Until you about to be homeless. How much grace do you
that
got?
nigga ain't about to be
Why
no
not?
goddamn homeless.
He is.
Cut down on your living expenses, Papa.
But he ain't making no money.
If she
Who
died,
gonna hire you as a manager?
If Wendy Williams was to die, what money would he get?
He probably got a fucking what's the name on her?
A life insurance policy.
Yeah. If he was smart,
I would hope so.
Exactly.
But
And
she gotta die first though.
Right.
But in between time, I need my money.
No, and to answer your question when you said I don't think he's necessarily going after her. He's going after the conservatorship and the people who are saying Listen, he's like, well, wait a minute. Because I read his filings. He said at one point they went to mediation and he was supposed to be able to have access to his lawyers. They were supposed to be able to have access to the financial records. Now that has stopped. So clearly there's something that's going on with the secrecy behind her conservatorship, her guardianship. They uncovered that the judge who granted it, is actually in cahoots with the person who they appointed as the guardian. So there's a big circle. It's too much fishy circumstances going on.
Then
he's not necessarily going after her. He's targeting the people who are so-called in charge and saying, well, what are y'all doing?
But I also read that they stopped a portion of her account because her son was spending money frivolously.
I've seen that too.
He had like a $25,000 birthday or some
Uber, $120,000.
And I gotta be real with that. I ain't mad at that. This is a celebrity kid, okay, who has lived a life of opulence and luxury from the time that he was conceived, not even born, okay? So therefore, when we say living frivolously, his whole life has been about frivolousness. And now all of a sudden, let me finish. He's 22 years old. He is being forced to deal with the severeness of something that he is not really able to soundly navigate because he's a young man. He doesn't know that he shouldn't have a $100,000 Uber account because his mother's always set up a $100,000 Uber account.
No, I'm
he
not
ain't doing
saying
nothing that he wasn't used to doing.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is because she's having these issues, right? The bank, I guess, feels like perfect example. My Zelle is fucking suspended because these motherfuckers said I had too much money coming into my account via Zelle. What?
Right.
I ain't no fucking body. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the banks now. The banks now are afraid to release money and do certain transactions. So that's what I mean when I say they looked at it as it was frivolous. I agree with you. I think he lived a certain life, and she always said that.
Well,
her son has lived a certain lifestyle.
I just wonder, would they do that to
one of the Kardashians?
Yeah, like it's just funny to me how a black woman whole life can be dictated when she has family of sound mind, because even if you don't want to, even if you say maybe it's the sister, I love the niece because the niece was standing on business.
She sure was.
I don't want this woman in business.
She sure was.
Okay, put the niece in charge. Yeah, and I think we get some shit going.
The niece was like, I don't like it. Nope.
Who
don't
is
sound
she?
right.
That's not your.
That's not your friend.
The niece is on it. Put her in charge. Who are y'all to just come and say that you're going to take over this lady's life, her livelihood, tell her how she can? Like, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. So maybe we need Kevin. Maybe we need Kevin to get to the bottom. Kevin, come fix it. Don't be giving Serena all the money. But Kevin, maybe we need him to get.
If Kevin comes, he don't need access to the money.
I don't think Kevin need access to the money.
He don't need access
to the money.
But let's be honest, it was still money there. She ain't say he wiped her out. She never said that.
She never said none of that.
She never. You know what I'm saying? So when we're looking at stuff and we're looking at it from the cheating aspect, now he was spending it on the next bitch. That would have been enough for me.
Right.
Okay? You can fuck whoever you want. But when you take my hard-earned dollars and spend it on her, now Houston, we have a problem. That's where I would have left her. It wouldn't have been his robe. It would have been the house they stayed in with them in it, preferably. I don't condone violence. But she was okay with that. She drew her line at the baby. You gave them a house, let them play house, and you mad they got a baby. Girl, shut up and be a stepmother. Shut up and go get that baby and babysit.
All right. This will conclude our Women's Month show. Because these women has been womening this month and shit been going on this motherfucking month.
Can I just give a shout out to the women?
Yeah, give a shout out to them hoes. Yeah.
Wow.
Them too.
Wait, before we conclude,
yeah.
Can we just talk about Portia and her husband real quick? Because baby.
I don't know about this, but go ahead.
Baby.
Do you think it's real?
I don't know, and I'm back to the whole, if it's not real, you're selling your soul for a fucking paycheck, because this is now embarrassing. It's messy.
He's on a yacht with a new bitch right now. They just posted on Shade Room.
Yeah, I seen that.
First
Allegedly.
of all, this is my thing. How is it that she's now coming back on the show? She the issue he had where he couldn't get his visa or whatever the case may be. And then within the matter of like a week and a half or 2 weeks, it was like she filed for divorce. Then he was a scammer. He's had some bank accounts and other names. Shit got ugly.
And it got ugly quick. Is he African?
Yes, he is.
Nigerian.
That's
Atlanta?
It got ugly quick.
But everybody knew that. Listen, we said this from jump that he could be a scammer. First of all, we ain't found out what that nigga. He. Anytime you say what they do and they have various business developments like scam. Like,
Scam likely.
Scam likely, yeah. Where is Scam likely? We don't even see that shit called.
It's messy, and if it's not scripted, because at this point we really reality TV has fucked shit up where we really don't know.
Right.
If this is not for a storyline, it's disgusting to watch my girl Portia go down like this, because this is now her second marriage. She looked like she was happily in bliss, and now
no, she didn't.
I think she's in. She looked happy.
No, she didn't.
She did.
She looked like she was happily in money.
Right.
This was
happy is happy.
No, it ain't.
Like
because we just talked about this is a prime example of what good is it to gain the world but to sell your soul.
I agree, but okay. So I don't know if she necessarily sold, because I bought it. I bought that they were happy.
I never bought it. You went to another bitch house that you said hello at, that you stayed over, that you went in the pool. Within 2 weeks of them filing, you got engaged in a month. You had a whirlwind 3 fucking days.
That's how the Africans give it up.
No, this screams that this is how you want. This is how we do in Montel Williams' voice. You wanted the fame. This was some Wendy Williams shit, and ironically, guess what? They're both cancers. Portia likes the fame as well.
Right, and
Portia
then living in that
fame.
badass Atlanta, you gotta have some money. You gotta have some status. You gotta have that new car. It's like Atlanta is the new hood. Hollywood. But I'm talking about from back in the days, like how niggas was pulling up, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, like they want to. It's like like the big drug dealer on the block.
Right.
Yeah, and I feel like you have to be very careful when you covet. I ain't gonna say she coveted, but when you didn't get with Simon from the bottom of your heart because he was a good man and he was fine and you looked
from
at
the
him
bottom of that pocketbook.
Yeah, you was, and that's not, and it's not to say that she didn't have her own bag, because Portia has a bag. It's just that she saw a bigger bag and an easier bag, and it looked like it was good. But you got to be very mindful of when you are quick to dismiss another woman's pain, another woman's marriage, another woman's feelings.
Oh, they were married?
Him and Fallon? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Crazy.
But shout out to Portia, because I'm glad she come back to Housewives. So I ain't gonna hold you. I've been missing her.
It's messy all the way around. I hate to see
the same way we look at
our
Drea,
black women,
the same way we look at Drea and said she was there for the bag. I never thought she was with Simon for anything other than the bag. And if it is true that he's a scammer, he don't have the bag, I understand why the fuck she leaving. That's not what I signed up for. I signed up for a rich Nigerian nigga. You don't fit the part anymore.
Golden diamonds. Diamonds.
I want her to get back with Dennis. I always like Portia with Dennis.
Who's Dennis?
Her baby father.
I thought you was talking about the first husband.
No. Oh, please. Cordell Gay.
Dennis the hot dog man?
Yes, Dennis is a millionaire. Don't sleep on Dennis.
No. I remember the storyline, but she don't even get along with his family, right?
I don't give a damn. She got along good with this family. Look what happened. So, in closing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Happy Women's Month.
Happy International Women's Month. Women, we've come a long way.
We have.
We couldn't vote. We couldn't own property.
What? Oh, shit.
Oh,
Lord. Discard that
Michelle.
from the edit. Edit that.
Cut.
Here, Michelle. You can have kids
Yes,
with
happy
young
Women's
women.
Month. Happy whatever stage and era you're in as a woman. If it's the hustling stage, the soft era phase, getting to the bag, taking care of the kids, being mom,
the healing,
being the freak elite.
Yes.
Whatever it is, whatever stage you're in, we applaud you, we salute you, we love you. We thank you for watching us and being supporters.
We love you.
Yeah, we want to thank you all. Even y'all out there twerking, we love y'all. Y'all out there getting degrees and twerking, reading books and twerking. We love all of y'all. Y'all out there getting the BBLs, just sit, snatch that waist.
And then twerk.
and yes, and get it together. But I'm here for all of it.
Listen, I just say to us as women, we are wonderfully and wondrously made.
Amen.
We're angels. in disguise. I work this walk this earth.
And we are the salt
I'm
of
definitely in disguise with all the bullshit y'all be wearing and shit. But
I know you're not talking.
Is there a men's month?
every fucking month is the men's month.
June for Father's Day. Father's Day. That's
They get
it.
socks and ties.
Right. F that.
That's it.
And in honor of Women's Month, I feel like every man in some woman's life should just cash App or Zelle her $1,500 on the 15th.
I agree.
What about 30?
30,000.
$30
Whoa.
For some
Don't
lunch.
insult us.
for some lunch.
See,
y'all motherfuckers
yes.
We thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
You can send me mine
Yes, you
tomorrow.
can-
I
yes.
appreciate
I'll
you.
take the $30
Yes,
for
thank you
lunch.
So much,
That goes a
Sha.
long way.
I did
Shout
it
out
already.
to Shad.
Nah, it
That's going to give us
wasn't-
$30
Right.
for lunch tomorrow.
$30 for lunch. $30 for lunch tomorrow.
Yes.
So,
And not $30 for us to split. $30 a piece, because I know you ain't slick.
All right.
Right. We want Cipriani's too.
Right.
That's a
Hello.
little more than $30.
Well, feel free to fill in.
We can add
That's
that.
my max. That's
We
my
can add
max.
that to it.
That's my max. All right, so make sure y'all follow Instagram, Conversations on Film, Instagram.
The Jada G Show. Thank you guys for following me. I appreciate follow. Today is a special. Follow me and I'll follow you back.
Ooh, she's following back.
Ooh. And pick me, Lady Jazz. Pick me.
Make sure you pick her and subscribe to that show. Pick me. And
Absolutely.
Watch
Giving the real
watch
deal.
the show.
Send in comments too, right?
Send in. We got
It goes down in my DM.
down in the DM, and we're gonna talk about a few things. We got a few DMs that we need to talk about. It's gonna be really
I'ma DM you.
spicy.
Please do.
I'm gonna do you from my.
You're gonna do anonymous. You're gonna do an anonymous.
Yes, and the stories can be anonymous. Your name does not have to
we don't
be
have
disclosed.
to. Yes. All right.
And
so,
I will give my honest opinion on and feedback on your fuckery.
I love it.
Yes. So, YouTube.com/@Conversations on Film, Instagram.com/Conversations on Film, Instagram.com/Shatek the producer, Instagram.com/Beats on Film. Make sure you subscribe. We finally hit over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
All right.
So
Next month,
we
10,000.
getting there, right? Next month, 100,000, hopefully.
Yes,
right.
I know that's right. Speaking.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna get this.
Wait, what she in the
going.
shop said?
You gotta get the money. All right. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.